Okay, I think we should be live now. So, hi to everyone who's in the chat. Hi from everyone. If everyone just wants to go and say their name and where they're from, just in case anyone wasn't here last time.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, technology. That's so cool.
This memory began when Mom booked her family's summer vacation.
What's that?
Oh, it's your.
Turn your volume off on the YouTube, right?
There we go.
There we go. Mute it. Yeah.
It like started playing and then an ad popped up. There we go.
Jules, do you want to go first and then go around that way?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Jules, and I'm from the Bette and Tina House of Stirfry on Instagram, and also a side the site on Twitter as well. So, hello.
Oh, hey, I'm Chris. I'm with the L Word Online. What were we saying? Our name? Just Chris. And what else?
Oh, just where you're from.
Oh, yeah, L Word Online.
I'm Brittany. I'm one of the hosts of All Things Tibette Podcast. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And I'm Taylor. I'm the other host of All Things Tibette Podcast. And we are also on basically every podcasting place ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Ash, do you want to introduce yourself?
Like a weird echo.
We're ironing out the technical difficulties.
I'm just maybe sorry. It's just like echoing. I'm just gonna take out my.
We're ironing out the technical difficulties.
Yeah, it was really strange. It was like it's just like echoing.
Oh, now I can hear it.
Now I can hear it. I can
Yeah, it was really strange.
I think somebody's
Because you took it.
sound is on. Gives you could find something of this.
mute your YouTube.
Stand by for technical difficulties.
We just have some interim music in the meantime.
Yeah. See, what happened is we did this before we streamed last time. We thought that this time we would let you all watch for fun.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Hello, everyone. Hello from Switzerland. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Catherine.
Wow.
Savage in the room.
Ash,
Yes,
do you have YouTube up? Is that what's going on? That might be what's going on.
Hmm?
If you have YouTube up, it might be echoing on a lag.
Mute your YouTubes.
Mine is muted.
No, I can't
Your
hear
app is muted.
You're still on mute.
Muted is still.
Sorry. I figured it out. My thing was like bouncing back from my mic into this. So sorry about that. I don't know whether you guys could hear all the echoing, but
Me too.
It was like everyone on top of each other. So technical issue out of the way. Thank you everyone who's come, and I guess that I'm just gonna add Slicey in because I see her down here now.
Yay. See, that was all.
We were just waiting for her.
It's 6 and it's like even.
Molly,
Next
leave
one.
Ash alone.
Oh, Molly's here.
And Slicey's also from the Elwood Online for anyone else who wasn't here last time. And I guess maybe we should start out by talking about the season 2 pictures from this week, from recently, from between when we were here last time. And I guess I can bring some up from today on the screen.
Yeah.
And there was
This is awesome.
Oh,
I'm surfing, but not.
we can analyze the group now.
there was definitely some weird pictures today, so I don't know whether anybody wants to talk about any theories or thoughts.
Apartment hunting again. Great.
Okay.
Hopefully not another.
Hi, Savage.
Hopefully, it's not another season 6.
Oh God, please no, please no.
Hopefully,
We
Mark.
got a
Jump
scary, we got a scary lair. We got jail. We got some sort of dungeon-looking thing.
I love that comment that asks if a dominatrix kidnapped Alice because that's on brand for her. Like, I can see that happening.
Done that.
I think I saw somebody said Alice got another vampire girlfriend.
Another vampire, yeah. It's like, been there, done that.
She's on a
Sex
dungeon.
art exhibit. Someone says.
I love the one that's
talking about.
where, that one. Lynn had said in a different platform. Maybe they're rebooting the farm.
God.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Can I give a little background?
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah,
I just wanted everyone to see the photos first. Okay, so we did a little research, my friend and I, and we found out that is Willow Studios in Los Angeles. That place has a lot of different sets. It's like different levels. Yeah, there is a barn. There is jail sets. There's a horror. You can do horror there because there's a whole like floor of that stuff. And I just personally think that they may indeed be using one of those sets, but I think the crew is just so much. They're having a great time. They're just exploring the rest of the building, like the sets.
Yeah.
It could be that because they're a fun group. I love what they post, and I don't know if they would be doing a kidnapping, dungeon situation at the last minute. I just don't think they would do that.
That was my theory as well, that they just happened to be in a location that included those, and that if I was there, I'd be taking pictures on the weird trees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different sets.
It could also be because they were kind of getting in a little bit of trouble for posting stuff before, that maybe they were like, okay, new deal, we'll throw them off.
Post anything but the actual set.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Jules said that, that's what I was thinking too, because
Look it up, willowstudios.net, and you will see everything that you're seeing in those pictures.
That makes a lot of sense, but it ruins all of our fun.
It's too logical.
I'm very apparently.
And then there was some little videos from Dana's. It seems like the past few days they've been doing
Have they just been having a party at Dana's the entire season?
It seems like it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it.
I don't know why I say that with surprise. That's on brand for the L word, but
yeah, because I don't think we talked, maybe we privately talked about this, that it seems as though a lot of the newbies have wrapped for the season. Ari wrapped pretty early, and it seems as though Leisha, Kate, Jennifer, and Jamie Clayton were some of the only ones still on set.
And Laurel's still there.
Oh, yes. Sorry,
supposedly, which is interesting.
Well, she confirmed it because she said in her recent tweet today that she had a blast filming with Leisha this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hanging out on set.
Yes.
I love it. And
I was like, wedding.
So much to say. And in Jamie's video, in her story, I don't know when that was posted, but you can hear Laurel, you can hear Kate in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So amazing. It was cool. So I don't know. I thought Jamie was done, but maybe she's not.
But that could have been from last month as well, but she's just posting it now.
Mm.
You know what I love about Laurel posting that, Italians of this scene today, is that they talked about that in the Pants Pod episode that Laurel was on several months back, and now she's just posting it today.
Oh.
She said, "I'm going to send it to you, Leisha. You got to watch it."
And now what? 6 months later, she's like,
"Here, I finally had around to getting this to you."
She remembered.
"Hi, Leanne."
Yeah, because Jamie Clayton posted that story, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where she was like getting her makeup and stuff done, and it was like really, you know, like season finale sort of makeup. But there seems to be like hardly anything left, because I think that they're wrapping on the 25th is what is being bounded around now. So I don't know whether anyone has heard any different from that, but I'm pretty sure it's the 25th now.
Maybe they're just doing a couple of pickup stuff they need to finish.
Yeah, definitely. And then I'm just really surprised that like it definitely seems like Laurel's still on set, and that they're doing. I mean, like I know that they're not shooting in a continuous way for the finale, but they're definitely shooting the finale, and there seems to be a lot going on in Dana's. And if all the originals are, I hate like calling them that, but all in Dana, I don't know, it just points towards maybe there's like some sort of cliffhanger with the OGs, instead of this time where the other day there was also that set with one of the crew members that looked like they were on a plane.
Yeah,
it was just I wonder if that's going to be like a continuous theme in the L Word, that
I hope not.
An airport selfie or cliffhanger.
We need to have a deal with the airport.
Like that'll get real gimmicky real fast. Like,
Yeah, but the weird part was it was the crew members sitting on the plane. So I'm like, is it another thing where there just happens to be a plane on the set and that's
having some fun?
Or maybe they're filming in the cockpit, like where the pilot action is? Like, they're just.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like the crew members do that a lot, because like actors are on set like 5% of the time that the crew members are, because they like send you away because they don't trust you on them. Very justifiably, they don't trust actors on set unless they absolutely have to be there. So like it could have just been the crew member being like, quick, the actors aren't here, take a picture for funsies. But like
for fun,
who knows?
Yeah, they do seem to have like a really good time on set. Like it looks like a fun place to work anyway.
It does. I mean, hey, you're filming during COVID. You gotta make it fun for yourself, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
They do a lot of like dress up stuff and special days. That's cool. That makes it.
I mean, also you're working like, 14 plus hour days. You also have to make it fun for yourself. So like.
So since we were last together too, we got the information in pants that it seems as though the show is returning in the summer. So what does everyone think about that?
It's wild. Best news of the year by far.
Yeah, I kind of can't believe it. I'm kind of stunned.
I mean, still not absolute. I just don't
skeptical that it will happen.
Could be all like it could be all
like being like that's what it will come out, but then they actually have no idea.
They're just talking out of their ass.
Just kidding.
That would be even worse if they never said anything.
Yeah. Somebody at Showtime's having a panic attack. They're like, why did they say that?
They're just scrambling to get it out in time.
Yeah. That's why Showtime was posting all those things yesterday on their YouTube and Instagram that had nothing to do with the L Word. They like distract them with other stuff.
I know they tweeted yesterday, Showtime tweeted, like, what are you streaming? It's National Streaming Day or whatever. And then someone in the fandom responded, not your trailer.
I feel like anything they post, like straight away, one of us is like, when's the trailer?
For sure.
Which at this point, they should, someone's just going to be like, oh my God, just release it. I can't deal with this anymore.
I kind of can't believe they haven't. Like at this point, just shut us up, Showtime. Like, I feel like we're trapped in a battle of wills with the network at this point. Like,
I mean, it's definitely going to have to, if the show is coming out in the summer, which it definitely seems as though it will be like August. I mean, you know, I'm open about the fact that I'm like always trying to work out dates and put like some sort of method to the madness, but it, you know, the Shy finishes.
yeah, your August 1st date made a lot of sense to me. That reasoning made sense to me.
Yep.
So that's what I think, but they definitely would need to start doing some sort of, you know, I know that we're all ready and waiting for it, but the casual L Word viewer who's not, you know, online constantly talking about it is going to need to know when it comes, because, you know, it's not coming back in any sort of regular time.
Yeah. Emma brings up a good point, though. Pride is coming up.
That's what I
that
thought.
Like, come on, if they don't at least do some marketing for it during Pride Month, what are you doing? Like,
no, I think that like if we get a trailer, there'd be something like geared towards some sort of Pride thing.
Probably going to do press in June and all that, so that makes sense. And Jennifer, you said it's going to be in New York in June, sometime in June. And Kate said she would be there for like a day or like a small amount of time during the Pants podcast. So that's when she was talking about Philly and going over to Philly. So
that would make sense.
There's some press, at least for June.
I mean, when the original was on, they used to do like a lot of stuff like that. You know, show it at some event, like a trailer or like a sneak peek of the episode or something. But the only reason that I think that maybe they wouldn't do that now is that we didn't really have like social media and stuff then to release those things en masse. So I don't know. They might just like do it normally and release everything.
I have a question. Does anyone else get the impression that Nat's not really going to be a part of this season, or do you think she's just not as active on social media?
No, I get that impression too.
I get that impression.
You can post
Maybe in the very beginning.
Because she did a Instagram live. I think it was yesterday or the day before with her wife, and I actually don't know that. I can't remember the other woman's name that was like hosting it. And they were talking about that movie that, you know, she was like posting a lot while the season was being filmed. So I know she definitely is in this season and she has filmed, but they were working on an entire movie together. So it definitely seems as though not as much.
Do we think new love interest for Alice?
Say that again?
Do we think new love interest for Alice this season?
New love interest?
I mean, I've always kind of thought that, especially the fact that Gigi was like a main cast member after the 3rd episode, and Stephanie was always billed as a guest star, and then there was like obviously the wonderful throuple happened, but it just there always seemed to be that like lingering thing with like Alice and Gigi. So I always thought maybe this is like the laying of a foundation of, oh, isn't it so funny that we're together and I actually was dating your ex-wife sort of angle. I don't know. So anyway, who wants to pick the next sort of character thoughts to go down?
Why don't we ask the in the chat?
Oh yeah.
Chat, give us questions.
What do you want to know?
Especially because I feel like we didn't really get to it last time. We were like, oh wait, chat questions, crap. Alice has a book deal about the chart. Does Alice have a book deal about the chart?
Yeah, we were talking about the book thing last time.
Oh,
the don't ask Alice thing.
Yeah.
because there's that famous book that it's called Ask Alice or
Go Ask Alice or something.
Oh yeah.
And it's like that book was banned for a while, and it's very not so. I mean, maybe that's just like a funny gimmick, but Alice is pretty light-hearted and stuff, so I can't really imagine it's any deeper than that. But I'm assuming that it's something to do with her. Oh, don't ask Alice or don't tell Alice because she's a huge gossip.
I mean, yeah.
Helena. I mean, the one that's wrote Helena.
Yeah.
When it's episode 3, I think it's on IMDb. She's still on there. I don't know how long she'll be on, but
that's such a random episode for her to come back in.
It's like
episode 3.
Isn't that the one with all the cops and the detectives and all that stuff?
Is that going to be Tina and Carrie's wedding and Bette locked away for
episode 3? That would be so early.
Get it done.
Helena's there to attend the wedding.
Can you imagine if that was episode 3 and then they just got that out of the way and the rest of the season was just the newbies and there was no build up at all. It was just episode 3 and the Tibette storyline was over for the rest of the season.
Well, Rosie is still, as far as we know, is only in 3 episodes this season, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3, and that's it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But
she did post a video saying she's back in LA, and everyone, I know, panicked a little bit. But I'm I know she's moving to LA, so she could just be moving.
I mean, to be fair, she's in about 5,000 things right now. So, she's having kind of a comeback. So,
she's in a lot of shows at the moment.
Yeah. So
I think she's even in another Showtime show.
Yeah. So don't panic. It's fine.
Okay. Alice has more chemistry with Gigi. Agree? Yes.
Agree.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Next. Court stuff. The courtroom.
Yeah, what is going on with the court stuff and the cops and what crime do you think has occurred?
Well, Gigi's brother's in that episode, apparently.
Oh,
he's in the last on IMDb. He's listed as Gigi's brother in the last episode. But Danny's dad was sitting in the courtroom in a picture, so maybe it has to do with dad getting in trouble finally. I
mean, one would hope.
Did the charges against Bette get dropped?
Say that again, Slicey?
Did the charges against Bette get dropped?
That's a good question.
Oh,
the assault charges?
Ooh.
Why would Danny's dad be there, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be too set,
Yeah, I mean, I'm also saying this anything on the L word makes any kind of sense at all. So
or the court thing could be 5 years away because we all know time doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's true. And it's towards the end of the season, so
Feel someone's getting divorced.
Yeah. Or it could be a flashback. It could be 20 years in the past. Who knows?
But I mean, it definitely seems as though there's some sort of there's FBI and cops and a detective, and then a few episodes later we're in court.
Yeah.
And then creepy
seems to have logic as opposed to season 6. Other seasons.
Yeah.
Shane, what's up with Shane? We haven't heard much about.
Yeah, what is up with Shane?
I just say I hope she has the dog, but I mean, other than that, I do want her storyline. Some storyline. I guess she's filming with Tess, Jamie Clayton. That's interesting. She's gonna have some sort of storyline there. That's all we know about that, though.
Yeah.
Imagine the trailer drops while we're on the
Say that again.
Imagine the trailer drops while we're on the live.
Oh my god. Listen. Frankie, you can joke about that because the number of times things have been posted while Brittany and I have been recording the podcast is eerie. So there's a precedent, okay?
Yeah, you get to hear live. Everyone got to hear the live reaction when Leisha posted the picture of her and Laurel and Jennifer. I caught it right when we were recording.
She was like, "Stop everything!"
Yep.
No, nothing yet.
No, I guess it's because because they normally post their stuff at I don't know, it's 4 my time, so that was 8 hours ago.
We can dream.
Yeah, every day I wake up and I'm like, maybe today.
Someone had mentioned Angie on the chat, and I'm just looking at Brooke. Was it Brooklyn? Brooklyn Sanders.
Brooklyn.
And it looks like she's on IMDb for 3 episodes this season.
Oh,
so
that's a fair chunk.
Yeah, that's as many as Carrie.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's
I'm really jazzed for that storyline. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I can't even particularly say why, except for maybe the fact that I just love Angie and I'm just excited for her to have something for her to sink her teeth into besides mom angst. I mean, I'm excited for that too, but something for her individual character growth. Yeah, I'm stoked for it. I'm also stoked for the possibility of Marcus coming back at all, just because I adore him as a character. But
Geordie, the actress who plays Geordie, seems to be on set quite a lot too. So
yeah,
that's quite a significant storyline too.
Yeah,
I love the fan. Angie is selling drugs to Danny's father. I love it. That's great. Tie those stories together, right?
God, can you imagine Bette's reaction to that? Angie would be grounded until she was 50 years old.
Thank you, someone's daughter.
Yeah.
So did Angie actually get moved into public school, or was that just a momentary ploy thing during the mayoral election?
I think she did because unless they moved her back, because when they were coming out of the play, they were coming out of Laces, which was the school that they were talking about moving Angie.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they moved her back, which would be awful. I mean, that would be the worst move ever on Bette and Tina's part, but who knows? I hope not. For Angie's sake, I hope not. Let's say I think she's in public school. I hope. And go with that.
If there's anything else from last season that now that you're saying things about Angie in school and the other bits and things the assault charge, I wonder if they'll kind of just okay, those things resolve themselves, Felicity and all that, or they're going to be picked up again.
Somebody earlier mentioned too that we don't know how long it's been between seasons, if there's been any time at all. Again, not that time means anything in the L word, but has there been a time skip? Has there not? Who knows?
True. Very true.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Is it going to be the original L word, where the first season takes place in some weird kind of alternate universe where everyone is kind of their shadow self?
I've definitely got more faith in Generation Q. I mean, they're a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what Gigi's role is if she's not with Alice. How does she fit into the friend group again? Because I don't know if it's just because her and Ari are friends in real life, so that's why they've been, posting a lot of content together or whatever, or if they actually have scenes together.
Yeah, I was saying that I think in my season 2 video that everybody has that like work bestie that that they're just like your work wife. So maybe that's the because even if you look back at like the premiere pictures, there's tons of pictures and no one else apart from Leisha, Kate, and Jennifer, which of course have a picture together a lot, but no one else is like in pictures with any other cast member apart from the whole group, but they are. So maybe they've just always gotten along really well, or maybe I don't know whether they knew each other before, but like similar backgrounds and stuff. So it could be that, or like Gigi could be, there's been like a little bit of crossover with Gigi in I think it was the 3rd episode where she's at like Bette's speech when when the public school things comes out about Angie when she's going off against the guy, and then at Angie's play and like a few other things where maybe they've met and been able to build some sort of relationship outside of, because like I'm sure like Bette and Shane don't really know Gigi,
right?
Outside of being Nat's ex-wife.
Yeah, that really judgy look they give them at Angie's play.
No, but the absolute best moment about Gigi is when Alice, Bette, and Shane are in Bette's office, and Alice goes, "Have you seen her?" And Bette's like,
oh, that's a good question from the chat. What the heck is up with Jordy's parents? Like, where are they? Why haven't we met them? Who are they? Like, what's up with that situation?
They're probably like celebrities or rich.
Yeah, they seem well off, actually.
Yeah.
Someone, Sarah said that she'd like to see Shay come back into Shane's life.
Yes.
Shay.
That's the perfect way of putting that, I think. Yeah.
I've heard a few people say that. I don't think that actor was ever in anything else again.
And he'd probably be well into his late 20s by now.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be interesting to see how he turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
With the dad, then.
Yeah. But then he did have Shane for a period of time. So there was like some good in his life. So like what effect, if any, would that have had? I don't know.
Someone asked the only question that's on Taylor's mind, which is, where's James?
Yes! Please! Where is he? Why is he?
Man.
I just want to know where he is. I want to know if he's okay. I want to know why he's not working for Bette anymore.
I agree.
Like,
maybe he has his own gallery. He has his own gallery. Maybe he helps track down this person that Bette's trying to find.
Maybe. That would be amazing. I would actually. Yeah, that would be super. I would be super into that.
What's
James,
Preston doing? What's Preston doing right now? Probably
exactly nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
He worked on the Deadpool movie. He's like working behind the scenes now.
It's a cameraman. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Just have Jennifer call him. I'm sure he will answer. It's
also,
fine.
If you were married to Julia Stiles, like, he probably doesn't have to really. He can do his passion. He doesn't have to be like.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, he has like 2 days to come be in an episode of the L Word. It's fine. Like, maybe he saw this stuff going on with Felicity and just went, you know what? I'm getting too old for this. I'm out.
I can't do this again.
Yeah. I did it once, Bette. I can't do it again. I can't. I'm done.
James.
No, he's way too loyal. That again, he did it once, so he'd be there for it. Do you think they will ever address what happened to Max and the baby? Good question.
No.
Oh,
No, I don't think they'll go near that. Like,
I don't think they will.
it was such a mess that I just don't. I like, you know, it like just it that was a disaster. Just write it off, you know.
Yeah.
That goes under the rug with things like Marina.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of sweeping that's going on with like murder mysteries going under the rug.
Killers on the move.
Yeah, there's I mean, there are definitely some really good people. I know that it'd be difficult this season with, like, obviously what's going on in the world to bring, like, maybe there would have been a chance of getting someone like Holland Taylor back and things like that, but it might be another season that we'd be able to get her back.
Asking the question that I ask literally every day of my life.
Tina backstory.
Tina backstory when? Every day of my life I ask that question.
We're going to get all the answers that we've been waiting for, Taylor. They're coming for us. They've been listening to the pod. They know what
really
fans are.
Yeah. Really, all of those people that we've been talking to on the podcast, like pretending they're listening to us, they've all been listening. But really, who knows? If they haven't done it by now, I kind of don't know if they're ever going to. I think Laurel has probably written one in her head. Maybe someone someday will get to ask her what that is, and we will get that. I think that's the closest we will ever get.
Sad. That sounds sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Stephanie said, Chris, what are your thoughts about Gigi?
I like her.
Not your personal thoughts.
Chris, I would like a 5-paragraph essay on your thoughts about Gigi.
I'm like, she's hot. I like her.
We've all had our thoughts.
No, well, I really fingers crossed hope that she gets together with Danny. That's my hope.
Yes.
It's a storyline. I have no idea what, like, I don't know, like, there's that whole FBI, like, I feel like they're going to have, like, a buddy. If they don't get together, they're going to have, like, a buddy storyline, I think. Of them getting some sort of hijinks with the FBI. I don't know.
She seems sophisticated, so I think it'd be an interesting pairing with Danny. It's cool if you. I don't know if who all's rewatched Gen Q since it aired, but like you pick up so much more. And the first time around was just like excitement of like seeing everyone together again, and then you rewatch it, and there's like so much foreshadowing. I mean, from like the first episode, just like little throwaway lines that you don't necessarily catch. That it's like, oh, that hints at like turbulence in their relationship, 6 episodes later or something. So little things that like, Sophie and Danny would say about each other to other people. It's like, oh, that's, those are some red flags. So some things about, status and stuff like that I could kind of see a Danny and Gigi, but that might just be, what you're thinking.
No, I totally. I've been rewatching Gen Q for like my rewatch video thing, and obviously, like I watched the episode twice. I pay way more attention and take notes and stuff. And like you said, the first time it was just, oh my god, everyone's back and it's so shiny and like bright. And then there is so much stuff that I was like, whoa, that like it's like. I personally think the show is like the writing, everything is really good, and in 8 episodes, okay, like I think with 8 episodes they definitely fulfilled like what I wanted to see, and I'm sure with season 2 it's just gonna get even better and we're gonna get even more. And the little things that like people, we even got like, Laurel came back and they said like that was never going to happen and stuff. And yeah, there's some other things like, okay, it would have been great to have Sarah Shahi back and other people like that too. But we hopefully have, well, we will at least have season 2. We hopefully have a good couple more seasons. And I just think they're going to keep like checking things off that list. So I think it's really well written, and I definitely enjoy the show a lot. So
yeah, and you talked about backstory in relation to Tina, which we'll probably never get, but they did kind of leave some little nuggets for other people. I mean, we know obviously Finley's a big one since she just went back home, but like Sophie also, her mother was talking about she said how she's never seen a like successful marriage, and she seemed kind of freaked out about getting together with Danny. And her mom says, "You're not your dad. You're strong enough to like walk away and like be okay." So, there's a lot that they can still dig into, and
even stuff like it again, like 8 episodes. You have things like Tina's back and all this. But also, like, we met Danny's, like, okay, her mom's not around anymore, but we met Danny's family. We met multiple members of Sophie's family. Like, these were real issues that everybody had with the original show that we don't know if anyone's backstories. We don't know. Like, Tina was just dropped from a cloud or a storm.
Tina has no parents.
No one knows anything about anyone. Like, you get tiny little bits, and we got way more about the newbies than we've ever got.
Yeah.
And even Jenny was sorted out. Like, there's only so much you can do when the last season of the show has been a murder mystery where you didn't find out happened. So, like those things like were what I really wanted, was more backstory, more stuff. And I think that, like you just said about little bits being laid down about Finley, like she's someone I really want to know a lot more about next season, and like her family and background and stuff like that. I think it'd be really
her story sounds pretty heartbreaking, and a lot of people can relate to her story, both with her parents and the issues with religion.
Yeah.
So, and Micah, we got some of his, like just a little bit, but
but something.
Yeah.
Someone, Sarah asked this too. I was also wondering, what is Gigi's job?
She's
what do you do? Is she?
Yeah.
When did they bring that up? I don't remember.
In episode 3, she goes to like it's when the kid's sick and Alice has to get, and she's like, Nat's in session and Gigi's out of town, and they say something about like real estate, or it's only like mentioned once or twice.
It's her character bio as well.
Oh,
it's okay, Brittany. I missed it too.
I gotta rewatch Gen Q. Is what I need to do.
Let me consult my own website.
What'd you say, Chris?
I said, let me consult my own website.
This website's good.
What else would I say?
Passionate realtor.
Who made that website?
Realtor. Not just the realtor, the passionate one.
Passionately.
Yeah, I want to learn more about Finley as well. That phone call to her dad was so layered and so wonderfully done. So I want to see. I hope they show more. I don't know, if we'll show more of her family. I'd like to see more of that.
Wasn't Finley a swimmer? Yeah, I think so.
Olympic level.
Which is so weird.
Jacqueline Tabani's a really good actress too, so I think that getting someone like her for like a really big, deep storyline like that, and then like also the substance abuse stuff with her and Tess, I think is another really interesting angle to go, because we've never really seen that before, and a huge amount, a way disproportionate amount of LGBTQ people suffer with like substance and things abuse. So I think that that's another really good thing that they're highlighting.
Can we kick Sarah out of the chat, please?
What did she do?
She said Tim can come back and coach her.
No.
Cable driver on the lesbians at Tech last year. He's milk toast or something like that. He said Jenny. He was too boring for Jenny.
Can you imagine if Jenny had married Tim?
I mean, technically she did.
Yeah, but how boring of a relationship would that have been?
Oh my god.
Would have been a completely different show. Completely different.
Honestly, I was kind of on Tim's side until he came back and was like a total douchebag. I didn't hate him until he came back and was awful. And then I was like, okay, you've lost all points you gained with me, Tim. Go away. Jordy's mom's name is Karen, at least in the... I did know that, but we don't talk about that draft script because it makes me very angry because Angie shits on Tina in that draft script and it makes me very mad.
Oh, we
even know that Tessa's mom is a hot showgirl, so we know some things about some people.
Yeah. Tim was only there because they weren't sure they could have a show with all lesbians. Yeah, well, and also there were male writers in the room at the time, and yeah, and the male writers and the male Showtime executives were like, "We need a dude."
No,
are there any decent straight cisgender males on Gen Q, or they're just all horrible, right?
I thought you were going to ask, in this world. How you were setting the question up.
No, I just mean, how different things are, with this new series that I'm like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of even what...
I'm trying to think of, even...
It's Danny's dad and Felicity's
just
wife, her
Alice's,
husband.
Alice's co-workers and boss,
James
was great.
But technically, do we know James is straight?
Marcus is one that was decent.
Oh, Marcus, yeah, true.
But yeah, most of them were douche canoes.
Most of them are horrible.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, Angus.
Started out okay.
Yeah. He was kind of like Tim. He was okay until the very end.
Wait, didn't you all love Henry? I thought everybody was a huge fan of him.
Best male character on television.
Can we talk about how lucky that actor is that he got to make out Laurel, Holloman, and Jennifer Aniston? I mean, talk about a resume that this man has.
For real, though. Do you think there's going to be a prom scene?
Yes, or something like a dance.
I swear to God, if my fan fiction comes true, y'all. Although I can't even take credit for it because Sarah had me write it. So I'm just saying.
They were filming in a school, right? Was that a school with lockers?
But I think that ended up being it looked like a school in a corridor, but then it's a hospital because there was some of the crew were in those, right? Chris, we talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think it was a hospital.
Because it was like a patient room with
Yeah, but then it's why are they in a hospital now? I swear they're just throwing things out. Hospital, courtroom, a creepy jail cell.
They're probably filming the entire season on green screens. And let's mess with them.
But that's a good question. Has Jose been on set at all?
I don't think so.
I saw the actor was in LA, but he was on some farm with all these little cows and little sheep and stuff. It looked really cool, but obviously it was not.
Well, that's another reason why I think it's not it's going to be 6 months later.
Season 2 will be animated, actually.
Would be clay figures.
Listen, it's COVID. Like, it's not out of the question.
Let's Wallace and Gromit it.
Because even when Fortune was on the Pants Pod, she's not in season 2 either. Like, I think like quite a lot of those like tertiary characters have been dropped, like, or they've moved on with new people.
Well, they've crossed off the L word from their bucket list. Like, done it. Don't need to come back.
Because so I was talking to some people about like maybe some like they had Megan Rapinoe and if they'd be able to have with COVID and stuff some celebrity guest stars, and the picture you guys put up with Samira Wiley as the connection. About whether there'd be anyone like that.
I'm really just keeping like my expectations low and expecting. I have actually no expectations. I'm just anticipating that anything can happen this season. At this point, I don't think I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Thingy.
I have to share this since I said about Samira Wiley, because I do not think I've laughed so much in like a really long time. That someone was sharing like these funny memes, and there's a picture of Samira Wiley and her wife on their wedding day, and they're like both in like these beautiful like white gowns, and they're like walking down in the desert, and they're like both looking at each other. And someone has written underneath the picture, like on Twitter, OMG, to get married on the same day as your BFF. And someone else was like, who's going to tell her? It's literally like people can, like in history books sometimes, they literally like find these like old, 2 men in bed together, best friends, having a meal.
Well, just this week there was a picture of like some historical article from like the 1800s that said like 2 women who lived their whole lives together and were buried together thought to be just gal pals.
Yeah, gal pals.
Girly things.
Sure, Dan.
Just girly things.
Goals.
It's so funny.
So history.
I almost said just gals being pals.
Oh, any other questions, chat? Come on, we know you have
our own little party in there.
I'm going to pose this question to the chat. What storyline are you most looking forward to in season 2? Or what character will be at this point? What character are you most looking forward to seeing more of in season 2?
I know it's just that there's a lag, but it looks like they're all ignoring you, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Jealous
I'm
Bette.
excited to find out what happens with Tina and Bette, if anyone wanted to know.
I never would have guessed that, ever.
Somebody said excited for Jealous Bette. Angie and Bette. Tess getting back on the wagon, yeah.
Danny.
Tina, Bette, Angie.
Yes, I do think Tina will be in the last episode, Savage. I do think that.
Other than Tibette, Gigi, or Finley. Good choices. Tina and Finley. See, Porter Kennard fan drama. Oh, somebody mentioned earlier, and I didn't comment on it, but about what a disaster the Angie, Tina, Carrie, Bette dinner is going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Yep. If anyone that watched Breaking Bad, that scene when Jesse's drinking the water and he's so uncomfortable. He's just looking around. So that's gonna be Tina actually. She's gonna be so uncomfortable.
Is Tina still on Xanax? Because if she is, she might need to pop a couple before that dinner. Justice for Kit continuation. I agree. Also, why Jennifer needed a body double. Yeah. I'm telling you, it was a fall. It was a fall or something like that.
Like it'll be something really that you wouldn't even think that they need a stunt double. Like the stuff. Like I when I was a kid, I've done like stunt work for like horse riding and stuff. Like before I did movies, and honestly, like they would not have and it was for the girl who played Matilda, and like the actors are insured for so much money that they wouldn't even have them like sit on the horse. Like it'll be for something really, really, really minute.
Someone bumps into her and spills coffee on her shirt.
Yeah. I was on set once, and I like my character like gently hit my back hit a wall, and they were like, you know, because I wasn't like on a union set or anything, and they're like, do you need a stunt double for this? Like, we don't really have one, but like, dude, and I was like, I'm fine. Like, I can handle gently hitting a wall. I'm gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Like, it's gonna be something really benign.
Honestly, if you light a candle on set, they have to have like a fire safety meeting.
No, for real. Like, for real.
Honestly,
you laugh, but for real.
It is insane. It is insane.
Oh, someone says Bette gets hit by a car. Boom. That's why they're in the hospital.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine?
Maybe that's what it takes for Tina to realize she can't lose her.
There you go. Fanfic. That's a fanfic.
Bette gets another car accident like she did in season 2, and they do a throwback to that, a tribute. She pulls the guy up.
Okay.
Angie being in the hospital would bring Bette and Tina together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Somebody was it you?
I just need her to be in the hospital for something like strep throat. I don't need her to have anything serious going on. Not COVID.
I think I got a little more serious, like an appendectomy or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
Brittany,
your tonsils removed. That's fine.
Brittany, was it you that said that like that was why Kayla might be a thing? That like that Angie needed an organ or something, and that was why.
I was going to say that.
What organ did she get?
She needs a donor.
The funny thing is, I would say like, remember what type of show we're in. Like it's a L word, but then I think, well, look what happened in season 6.
Anything's possible.
Yep.
Sophie.
Okay, so I was gonna say if we go around and everyone says their like number one prediction for season 2, it can be any character, anything that's gonna happen that you're pretty sure will happen.
I'll go.
Okay, Brittany, go.
I think that Carrie is going to leave Tina because she is not going to be able to handle the relationship that Tina and Bette have, even as a divorced couple.
Did you have to steal mine?
That's a good one.
That's been mine from the start. I had to trademark it before you try to jump in and take it.
What? Do you see how mean she is to me, you guys? This is the meanness that when I told my mom about it, she just went, good.
Someone has to keep you humble.
Yeah, my crippling anxiety does that. I don't have one.
We all have
someone else go.
Chris, prediction?
DG.
It's one word.
That's not
The verb.
It's a noun. It's a verb. It's an adjective.
What?
Is that what we're calling them though? Is that their official ship name now?
Diggy. That's what I've been calling them. Jules?
I just think Bette and Tina are going to get back together. Like, we'll know. That's general, but we'll know. Yep.
Slicey?
My prediction is that there will be no wedding or no marriage. If there is a wedding, I don't think they'll get to the end of it. No actual union.
Whoever's getting married,
Whoever it is, unless it's unless it's Finley's sister. She can get married. I don't care about her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Has the L Word, like in the original series, did they ever pull off like a successful wedding?
Nope.
That didn't end in like immediate divorce or someone ran away. Where there was only 2 weddings, right? In the series, it was
Jenny and Tim and
Shane and Carmen's
yeah.
wedding.
Wasn't there a flashback to like Ivan and some wedding?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even that, his wife, or it wasn't Ivan. It was the one that was with Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then that's
His
it.
wife was like being with the someone in the bridal party.
Yeah, that's right. And then that one
No,
is
what about Robin? It was Robin.
Robin.
yeah, and Ramsey. The Tina's bosses.
Yeah.
That.
The bridal.
There was some drama when Shane was sleeping with
all of them.
Yeah.
the wedding.
Oh,
The entire family.
No one gets married on the L Word. Damn it.
No.
They need to fix
make that into a t-shirt. No one gets married in the L Word.
Seriously.
Taylor, prediction?
You know what? I'm gonna go for a kind of specific one because why not? We're gonna have Shebar Kiss Part 2. That's how we're gonna know.
Hey, give me that.
It's not gonna be for sure, but there's gonna be like some kind of Shebar Kiss Part 2 between Bette and Tina, and that's when Tina's gonna realize, oh shit, I need to break up with Carrie right now.
See, no, that made me think of something from my little rewatch. That I think Bette will do something to fight for Tina, because when Bette's breaking up with Felicity says, "I want you to fight for us," and so it made me wonder, like, did she fight at all for Tina? Like, did she just let her go after she cheated on her or whatever?
I don't know. This isn't a prediction because I'm still like very like teetering on the edge with like I would love it if they did this. I would love it if it was something really selfless. Like yes, fighting for her, but something that was really just like, I want you to be happy. Like, because I feel like that would show Tina that like, oh, you are the person that like I could make it work with now.
Yeah, because Tina said that Bette took up all the space. She didn't leave any space for Tina.
Yeah.
Maybe Bette gives her space, and Tina just
let her go. If you love her, let her go. Is that what we're saying now?
Yeah.
Well, then what part do you think that artist plays, Vanessa Williams?
I don't think it's a romantic thing. I think it's just Bette really needs to find this artist for something to do with her work. It's
I just keep going back to that comment though.
I know.
He's not going to say one way or the other, oh, well, don't worry, I'm not going to be romantic with that. She's going to, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be romantic.
Yeah, I think we're going to see like the fire that we saw that Bette had with Provocations. I think we're going to see that again in her with this artist that she's pursuing or whatever like angle she's kind of tackling the art world with again.
It's probably going to be a social issue. Maybe it has something to do with the art that the artist has done before, because apparently she disappeared or something like that.
Yeah, I would love to see the Bette that like we heard like for her graduate thesis, she like climbed over that artist's fence and like nearly got arrested. I would love to see that Bette.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, she obviously is a little too old to climb over fences now, but like that's what the stunt doubles do.
I wonder what if Danny is still working for her, like how is that gonna fit in with, because obviously like she's not, Danny isn't like got like some art, but I mean you don't have to have an art background to work as like in directorship or anything like that, so it'll be interesting like what aspect that goes back into and like how Danny can slot in that way, because I can't imagine that Danny would just be like, okay, this political thing is done, let me just go back to working at my dad's company. Like,
yeah,
definitely doesn't seem as though.
That would explain why the dad's back in it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm judging by what the actor said. Like, they had some really intense scene that was like before they posted those court pictures between him and her.
Maybe he's going to jail.
It's kind of. I mean, like, it's kind of weird that he. I mean, when you're normally dealing in the sort of circles and money that he is, it's very odd that he would make it to court. Like, normally things like that, like, I hate to say this, but it's the truth, like, you just pay your way out of, or it's very rare that you would actually get into the situation where you yourself, at the CEO of a company, are in court facing some, like, you know, unless he's suing someone, but then he wouldn't be there himself. It would be like his lackeys.
It is, but it is something that we've seen like in the news in real life recently with like the family that makes the opiate, you know, painkiller. Like they actually like went after the family and not after the, you know, corporation to in like the class action lawsuit or whatever for
the Sacklers. Yeah.
True.
So there's a couple opinions in the chat here that Angie's not going to allow Tina to marry Carrie, and Amber says that Tina will have to come back to Bette, not the other way around. It's the only way it makes sense. Tina did leave to find herself, after all.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Showtime are messing with us. They just sent an email.
What?
I just saw Showtime pop up in my email, but it's like
buy some t-shirts.
They're messing with us. But...
Oh, Showtime. Mean.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. I didn't know what you guys were saying. The bat that choked Mr. Oh, yeah. We were talking about that before.
I think Angie's too. I think she's got that Tina instinct of like, bury how I feel so that like the people I love can be happy. I don't think she'd go to Tina and be like, Mom, I don't want you to marry Carrie. Like,
she seemed pretty supportive of Tina.
Yeah. Like, I mean, she said it to Bette, but like, I don't think she'd say it to Tina. Unless like Carrie did something really bad, I don't think Angie would say that to Tina. If like Carrie, as it seems like she does, like genuinely makes Tina happy, I don't think Angie would say that.
Well, Carrie runs over Bette with the car.
Yeah. If she did that, I mean, I don't think Angie would have to at that point say, Mom, maybe don't marry the woman who hit my other mom with a car. I think Tina would be solidly out the door at that point, but...
Oh, Ash, do you want to maybe talk about how much do we ever I don't know if you ever shared in one of your other lives how much we raised in the last
let me see.
Because I know that number shocked me.
So, thank you so much to everyone last time who donated to the Outright Action International that helps like LGBTQ people like all around the world. So from the super chats and everything last time, we raised just under $200 and then matched that. So it was like just shy of $400. So thank you so much to everyone who did that. It's like a really good thing, and it's like helping our people, our community, and it's not some organization that's going to pay some like, big CEO or something. Like they actually use this money to like bond LGBT people out of jail who've been arrested for stuff like that in countries where it's illegal or anything like that. So, and they help these people get asylum in other countries. So it's a really, really good organization. And normally anything on this channel, like Super Chat or anything, that's where it always goes, because it's a really good charity. So if anybody's ever looking for a place that they want to donate to, Outright Action International is a really good one. And the other thing was, last time I did the winners of the merch, I think it was like a few videos afterwards. So not this weekend, like the next weekend, if anybody who has asked anything or it just even written in the chat, I put it into like a big like a comment picker, and it will pick out the 3 winners, and then I'll announce the winners, and then just send me a message on Instagram, and you can pick any shirt from my merch store, and then just give me your address and I'll send it to you. So I'll do that next weekend also. And B, thank you so much.
Thank you, B.
Thank you. Weird voice.
What's the ship name for Angie and Jordy? I have no idea.
Janji?
Georgie. No, Georgie. J-O-R.
It's like the ship name for the couple from Station 19. That's Marina. Like whenever I hear Marina, I just think of Marina from the L Word.
Me too. Like Twitter was blowing up about them this week, and that's all I kept thinking of too was Marina.
Someone spoiled it already for me, so I was like, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Andy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So how often do we want to do these, Ash? Like right now, it was almost like exactly 2 months since we did the first one. Do you want to come back and do Elcon Part 3?
Well, I like I was thinking about this today. It would be really good. Like obviously, I would love to do it after the premiere. Of course, the game. I think that would be really good. After the trailer would be great, but obviously we don't know when that's happening.
Yeah, we got to be ready. We'll just be on call for you. You send out the we're there for you. Whenever
like
ready.
We'll hold an emergency session as soon as the trailer.
Yeah.
It's a message from the Isle of Man.
Yeah, like an L in the sky.
Elcon.
Yeah, I mean, when the trailer comes out, like I'll send a message in our chat. It would be really good to be able to, even if it's like a day later or something, after everyone's seen it. But I would love to do it after the premiere and like a like something, and then when the season ends, obviously we'll have endless time to talk about it. But
yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, hopefully it's the end of May now, so I'm hoping in like 2-3 weeks, a month at the most, that we get the trailer. We could do something then, and then hopefully we get the show in August, so then we could do one after the premiere. So that's what I'm
perfectly
great.
So let's definitely shoot for that. But I just love having you guys on and love chatting, and it's just so good to have some other like-minded people who love the L Word.
Sure.
Well, we love being here, so.
Yes. Yeah. And I was also going to say that I know that you guys know this, but there may be some other special guests who have actually been on the L Word that will be able to come on the channel soon. So I've had the first person agree from the cast to come on, and I'm just going to be honest, like straight away, and say It's not Jennifer Beals. Like we gotta, you know, we'll
Gotta work our way out.
We're working.
Yeah. We'll get our way somehow.
I say we, like I share the channel with you.
So yeah, like from that right now, just think that day when Jennifer Beals and Lucia and Kate and everyone are coming on, then we'll know we've truly made it.
We've made it.
Thank you, Savage.
Thank you, Savage.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So unless anyone has any last remaining closing marks.
Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for everybody in the chat
thank
that was
you.
following along. It's been fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
guys
like
made-
really engaged chat this time. It was. I
Yeah.
mean, last time too, but like,
Getting the feel.
learning.
Yeah, and if you wanted to bring us all back when you interview the cast member from Gen K,
yeah,
feel
feel
free.
free, Ash.
I can make myself available.
Maybe like,
Oh, good. You're too kind. You're too kind. But yeah, as I said before, I thank you everyone, especially you guys for coming on, and everyone in the chat. One thing that when I started this channel, like all I wanted to do obviously was talk about the L word and put some good positivity out there, because that's all I want, is a good happy space where everyone can come and talk about something that they like. Like, of course, if you prefer something to something, yes, like, but I just love that everybody's so positive and supportive to one another. So it really means a lot, and thank you guys so much for coming on, and for everyone in the chat for being just the best and creating such a good environment, all of us together.
Yes.
absolutely.
Thanks for hosting, Ash.
So thank you so much, guys, and we will talk very soon, and you'll be back very soon.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone, or day.
Bye bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.